Hi dear friends, dear UPSC aspirants, welcome to Gallant IAS. Today I will be discussing with you Buddhism, Jainism. Why Buddhism, Jainism? Definitely Buddhism, Jainism. Let me tell you, it's a blockbuster module for your prelims and your mains examination. It's one of the surest question for prelims every year or in the mains every year. Either in prelims or mains every year, UPSC asks minimum one question from Buddhism, Jainism. So you should have a thorough understanding of Buddhism, Jainism. कभी उसको छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए. Let's directly get into the class. Buddhism, Jainism. Let's have a look into the previous year's questions. If it is prelims, they asked questions like this. 2019, they asked a question which was regarding this particular Mahayana Buddhism. 2018, again the question was regarding the sect. It was Tanagavasi. They asked a question, or it was regarding that particular future Buddha. Again, they asked continuously, 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, continuously they asked so many questions. For example, Jain doctrine, they asked about Bodhisattva. They asked about Sravastivadin. They asked about the kingdoms associated with the Buddhism or Buddha. They asked about this difference between Buddhism, Jainism. They asked about these Buddhist councils. They asked about this Chaitya Vihara difference. They asked about this Mahamastabhishega. So many questions. When it comes to mains, let me tell you, they asked about Buddhist ideals. How the Buddhist ideals reflected in these Buddhist stupa. Or they asked questions like their contributions to literature. Buddhism, Jainism, their contributions to literature, their contributions to rocket architecture. In optional also, they ask questions like Buddhism or Jainism, the relevance in the current society. Or how they are Renaissance movements of 6th century BC. So what I am saying, इसको कभी अब नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. This is one of the very important module आपको पढ़ना ही होगा for prelims and mains. So there should be always prioritization you take care. Yes, what all the causes? Buddhism, Jainism, what all the causes for the birth of Buddhism, Jainism? Let me tell you, one of the causes, definitely, it was iron. The discovery of iron. As a result of the discovery of iron, there is expansion of cultivation. There is expansion of cultivation. For expansion of cultivation, they require, obviously, maintenance of animal husbandry. But in Brahminical religion, there is no scope for maintaining animal husbandry because there is sacrifices, animal sacrifices, and which is totally against maintaining animal husbandry. Then as a result of this discovery of iron, as a result of expansion of agriculture, there is surplus in the production. As a result of surplus, let me tell you, it promoted trade and commerce. It promoted trade and commerce. Then trade and commerce means new social classes born. For example, merchants are there, money lenders are there, manufacturers are there, business class there, different guild system emerged. But the problem is, the Brahminical religion that is offering a watertight compartment system, like a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now you see that as a result of this trade and growth of trade and commerce means their economic status improved. But in this caste system, Varna system, their social status is that the social status remain unchanged. They are still treated as the third category only. Vaishyas treated as the third category. So they were looking for a religion which gives them equal socio-economic status, cultural status. Obviously, heterodox sect like Buddhism, Jainism, that treat everyone equal. Okay. Now here, there is another reason, which is the sacrifices. Animal sacrifices, it was totally against their economic ambitions or aspirations. Okay. Animal sacrifices, it was totally a blockade for maintaining animal husbandry. Animal husbandry, it's important for their expansion of cultivation, further material growth, etc. But the large scale animal sacrifices in Brahminical religion was totally against their economic ambitions. Buddhism, Jainism was totally against sacrifices. Then there is a concept, for example, Upanishads. These Upanishads, actually, they are highly scholastic in nature. Even though Upanishads are path of wisdom, they are giving more importance to path of wisdom. But the problem is it is highly scholastic in nature. The common people cannot understand. It is in Sanskrit and common people cannot understand. Okay. Similar way, the Vedic treatises. The Vedic treatises, they are also highly scholastic. Kabhi-kabhi aap dekhe honge, some Nedas, they are giving the speeches or bhashan, or the common people, they are listening, but they cannot understand. Kabhi-kabhi aisa bhi hota hai ki Neda khud nahi samajh raha hai ki unhone kya bol raha hai. Okay. So the same situation, the common people, they could understand the common language and the common subjects, but here the Vedic literature or the Upanishads and Vedic treatises, they are highly scholastic in nature. And also they are in Sanskrit. Okay. So they were looking for a religion. It teaches in simple language and it is easily understandable for the common people. Then again you can see that another issue is with Varna system. Varna system was the biggest tension. Varna system means it created a social pyramid and Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It was a watertight compartment. Kabhi aapko aage badhne ka opportunity nahi mil raha hai. Brahmin is always enjoying all the privileges, luxuries of the life. Kshatriyas are the second category, then these Vaishyas are third, Shudras are the last. Okay, so this is actually a watertight compartment. Even Kshatriyas are the rulers, but they are treated next to Brahmins only. They felt really bad. Buddha, Mahavira belonged to Kshatriya clan. Okay, so Varna system, it created so many social discriminations, and the people who are looking for religion or people who are looking for some system which give them equal opportunity and an opportunity for a socio-economic, political, cultural, upward mobility. In fact, Buddhism, Jainism offered that. Then again, the fact is, let me tell you, complexity or the complex religion. Okay, they looked for simple religion or the religion which will satisfy their practical needs. So maybe let me tell you, these are some most important factors which contributed to birth of this Buddhism, Jainism. Now, let me have a look into this. Let's start with this Jainism. When it is Jainism, take care that this is the oldest heterodox sect. So what is heterodox? Heterodox means this is something against orthodox. This was a religious revolutionary movement, I would say, to some extent. So this oldest heterodox sect it was Jainism, and Jainism has a faith in the 24 Tirthankaras. Okay, it has faith in the 24 Tirthankaras. And the first Tirthankara was Rishabdev. His son was Bahubali. Hope all of you watched that Bahubali blockbuster movies part 1 and 2. That is not the same Bahubali here, but the life events, some kind of the similarities there. So Rishabdev is the first Tirthankara, and Bahubali is the, in the name of Bahubali, Mahamastabhisheka ceremony is held in Sravana Belagola every 12 year, you know that. Okay. Then the 24th Tirthankara was, this is the first Tirthankara, 24th was Mahavira, Vardhamana Mahavira. He is actually the champion of Jainism. He is the most important. He is not the founder, but he is the person who is the most important reformer of Jainism. So these Jainism or Jain followers believe The Tirthankaras are most important. They are important than the God, and one should have the faith in the teachings of Tirthankaras for achieving salvation. Okay, so Vardhamana Mahavira was born. He was born in this Kundagrama. This is in Vaishali. Okay, this is in Vaishali district. This is in Bihar. This is in Bihar. 540 BC he was born. 6th century BC he was born. And he was born in a Kshatriya family. He was born in a Kshatriya family. His father Siddhartha was the ruler. His mother was Trishala. She was connected with this royal family of Magadha. Okay. So anyway, Mahavira was born in Kundagrama, Vaishali district, Bihar, 540 BC. He belongs to a Kshatriya family. And Mahavira is a person who felt that this world is full of sorrows. What all the luxuries he enjoyed. See, what all the luxuries you have in the life, that is momentary. That is not giving you the ultimate happiness or eternal happiness. So at a certain point of time, he realized that world is, this material pleasure is not fit for you. He was in search of this solution for the sorrows and solution for the miseries. And what happened is, Vardhamana Mahavira continued his journey. Then it was finally at the age of 42, he attained Kaivalya, or maybe that he became a Jina, or he became Mahavira. He became the conqueror of the world. He had undergone extreme ascetic practices, rigorous self-punishment, the self-torturing of the body, penance, etc. Finally, he achieved Kaivalya, and since then he is regarded as Mahavira or Jina. Okay, Vardhamana Mahavira continued teaching throughout his life. Finally, he observed Sandara or Sallegana. Now here, when it comes to Jainism, Mahavira, you should know what all his teachings. Obviously, his first teaching is world is animated. World is animated, one of the controversial, a philosophy of Vardhamana Mahavira. He believed every object in this universe is having a soul. Maybe it is tree, or it is projector, or laptop, or it is you, it is me, it is duster, or it is stone, or it is fan. What all these things in this world, everything is having a soul. The modern science could not accept this. This is one of the philosophy of Vardhamana Mahavira. That is, he wanted to put the extreme emphasis on this non-violence. That is why he said everything is animated. Second, he said that there is a karma concept. The cycle of death, birth, sufferings, all is because of karma. One must go through ascetic practices and penance in order to liberate from karma. Okay, so he believes in this extreme ascetic life and to penance for salvation. Then there is third concept, which is there is faith in this immortal soul. The soul is permanent. It will transmigrate from one body to other, one life to another. Okay, so this is another teaching. Again, there is a faith God is inferior to Tirthankaras. God is inferior to Tirthankaras. Some popular teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira. Again, Vardhamana Mahavira has given this theory, which is three jewels. Three jewels of this Jainism, which is Samyak Charita, Samyak Darshana, Samyak Jnana. That is right knowledge, right faith, and right conduct. These are the three things one requires for achieving salvation. Okay. Also, Vardhamana Mahavira put forth what is called 5 doctrines. 5 doctrines or 5 vows. Some of them contributed by the early Tirthankaras also. So there is first one which is ahimsa. Ahimsa. Second is satya. And the third is asteya. Then this is abhidgraha. And finally it is brahmacharya. So these, what all the points I'm sharing with you, all these are UPSC questions only, the previously asked. So the 5 doctrines: don't lie, okay, or maybe non-violence and truthfulness, and this is like don't steal, and don't take property of others, and to observe celibacy. All these are the 5 doctrines, 5 vows of this Jainism which you take care. And there is a popular philosophy of this Jainism which is Anekantavada. Okay, Anekantavada is like a philosophy. You just imagine that, see, मेरे गांव में एक ऐसा, a person was there. हमेशा लोग बोलते हैं कि वही कुछ गड़बड़ी है उनके साथ. I mean, he's a person, he always seems like a stranger. कभी किसी से बात नहीं करता है और एकदम अकेला घूमता है. So the thing is like people are suspicious. So they say that he might have been, he is having a criminal background, or he is a stranger, or he is not into the social activities. हमेशा सब लोग बोलते हैं कि वो खराब है, वो आदमी गलत है और उसके साथ कुछ ऐसा गड़बड़ी है. But after some times, when this Kerala was hit with the flood somewhere in it was in some districts of Kerala, it was heavily hit by that flood. So उन्होंने क्या किया है, उनके साथ सिर्फ he is having just 5 cents of the land, and what he did is he donated that 5 cents of the land along with his house for the flood victims, for a small girl and her mother. She lost her father in that flood. Okay, so what this guy did is he donated his house and his property to that flood victims, that small girl, small child, and to her mother. Then the people started saying that he is Mahatma, he is the brother of Gandhiji, or he is like a heavenly person. Everybody started appreciating him. So this is what Anekantavada. कभी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. When you judge the truth and reality, you must judge it from multiple point of views. Don't take a single point of view as the ultimate reality. Judge this reality from multiple point of views. Okay, you take the multiple point of views in order to judge the reality. One of the very scientific, and this is a philosophy which was incorporated into world religions, many other religions also. Okay, Anekantavada philosophy, which is attributed to Vardhamana Mahavira and Jainism. Okay, now again, Jainism has a split. Jainism splitted. That split was like this. Digambaras and Shvedambaras. The split happened after this death of Vardhamana Mahavira. Due to a famine, there is exodus of the Jain monks to south, and some Jain monks, they stayed back in Magadha. Now, those who went to south, they strictly followed the teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira. Those who stayed back in Magadha, they diluted some teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira. So, there is contradictions in their philosophies. Digambaras, they strictly follow Vardhamana Mahavira's teachings, and Shvedambaras, they slightly diluted. They started wearing dresses and all. Digambaras, they believe all the cardinal directions are their clothes, and they don't believe in the physical clothes. Even a small cloth piece is a matter of, any material possession is a matter of sorrow. So they believe in the total, discarding of the total clothes. Okay, Digambara, Shvedambara sect. Okay, that is again another important thing you have to study. Then their contributions to art, culture, and literature. This is again very important, which you have to study. Finally, Jainism also declined. One of the main reasons for its decline is its severity, or its so-called extremity. Extreme philosophy, like you have to go through extreme penance and ascetic life for achieving salvation. Okay, that is something which you see that people could not follow, and that is and the opposite side of Buddhism is preferring middle path. So people are attracted toward Buddhism, but Jainism is having what is that called? A severe practice for salvation. That is the main reason for decline of this Jainism. loss of royal patronage was also a reason for decline of Jainism, and many other reasons which we discuss in our classes. Okay. Now this is something, the basic ideas of Jainism which you follow. Now Buddhism. Let's have a look into this Buddhism. Buddhism. We know that the founder is Gautam Buddha. Founder is Gautam Buddha. He was born in Lumbini, 563 BC. Born in Kshatriya clan. His father was Sudodana and his mother was Maya. He had a meditative bent in the childhood itself, married to Yashodhara. But once in the life, you see, he found an old man. I mean, when he went out the palace, he found the sight of an old man, or a sick man, or a dead body, and an ascetic. The sight of this old man, sick, dead, and ascetic, it altogether changed his thought process. Yeah. अब सोचिए, अब जितना भी fair and lovely लगा लो और fair and handsome लगा लो, you see that at the end of the day or after some years, it is, the fact is very clear that everyone कभी ना कभी बुढ़वा हो जाता है. So the fact is like, आप कुछ भी, I mean, film celebrities, you can see that they are still in the 20s or, sweet 16s and all. But the common people, obviously, after some years, maybe at the age of 60 or 70, they are becoming old. They have the symptoms of that oldhood or maybe old age. So one day you will become, or we will become old, or will become sick. One day we are in the perpetual silence, or there are people, they are practicing ascetic life also. So Gautam Buddha is confused. Then what is the eternal happiness? What is the permanent solution for this kind of the miseries in the life? What he did is, he left his family, Yashodhara and son Rahula. He left his family, his possessions. He went in search of, at the age of 29, he went in search of this eternal happiness, eternal pleasure. Okay, that is Mahabishkramana, great sacrifice. Then next 6 years continuously, he went in search of this eternal happiness. He had undergone these ascetic practices also. Then at the age of 35, this is under people tree. This is such a Bodh Gaya. Yes, Buddha achieved that enlightenment, or he got that nirvana. That eternal happiness, that extinction of the flame of desire, nirvana. Yes, he achieved at the age of 35. Then he delivered his first sermon. First sermon, that is at Sarnath. This is in Sarnath, UP, Deer Park. He delivered his first sermon, which is Dharma Chakra Pravartana. So this is what the biography of Buddha. Okay, now again, you can see that Buddha's teachings are like this. Buddha's teachings were like this, obviously. Yes. The basic goal of life is nirvana. Nirvana is, that is, what is that called? Yes, that is extinction of the flame of desire. You come out of that flame of desire. See, people are confused, or they are so much, tensed here. For example, there are some people very risky. They are taking some photos, climbing up the tree, or sitting on the edge of the tree, or on the edge of the hill, or swimming in the Pacific Ocean. They are taking some selfies, and they are putting in the Facebook. If they are not getting that, comments and dislikes, they are devastated, yeah. Okay, so everything, what all the sorrows or tensions, miseries in the world, because of desire. So extinction of the flame of desire, that is a state of eternal bliss and happiness. So nirvana, according to Buddha, is extinction of the flame of desire. Okay, so ultimate goal of life is nirvana, and he opposed that caste system. I mean, he totally rejected the idea of a caste system. Then again, for him, God is not, he has no faith in God. Okay, the original teachings say he has no faith in the God. Or maybe it is less important for Gautam Buddha. Then there is again the concept, like he believed in the law of impermanence. Impermanence. Okay, everything is changeable here. Nothing is permanent here. Again, there is no faith in this immortality of soul. If body is perishable, soul is also perishable. And karma means karma is just actions. For him, karma is just action. It's a practical solution. Karma is just actions. If you do good, you will get good results. If you do bad, you will get bad results. Okay. So this is something, he is giving an ethical religion, or he is giving more importance to ethics for leading a righteous life. Okay. And he has four noble truth that the world is full of sorrows. World is full of sorrows. And obviously, the reason for sorrow is desire. To end desire, or to end sorrow, stop desire. For which you follow that eightfold path. You should know what is this eightfold path. This is very, very important. Then again, there is like a Buddhist councils are there. Buddhist councils are there, very important for you. Have an idea? Yes, after death of Buddha, 4 important councils held. That is 483 BC, 383 BC, 250 BC and 72 AD. Okay, the first council, this is in Rajgir or Rajgriha. Second is in Vaishali. Third was in Pataliputra. Fourth was in Kashmir. First was to codifying these Buddha's teachings. Second council, this is to settle the disputes over Vinay Pidaga. Third, that is to codify Buddha's teachings into 3 baskets, like Sutta Pidaga, Vinay Pidaga, Abhidhamma Pidaga. And fourth council resulted in birth of Mahayana and Hinayana Buddhism. Okay, so these councils are important, their patrons and their chairmen and their objectives, their places, all these are very important for you. The next important concept is you should have an idea about the sect of Buddhism. Buddhism got divided into Hinayana. This is Hinayana and this is Mahayana. What is Hinayana and Mahayana? You know the difference between, this is a small car. This is a small car, for example, Maruti 800. Maruti Suzuki 800, you see. How many people can travel? Maximum 4 people or maximum 5 people can travel in this, Maruti 800. Let us take the same with this, in Kerala there is a KSRTC bus. This KSRTC bus, it's having huge tires here. Many people are sitting. We call it Anavandi. Okay, KSRTC bus, you see, it will take a lot of people. It is having huge tires, it will take a lot of people. Maybe it is 50, 60 people. Sometimes people climbing upon the roof also. So this is taking 4 to 5 people maximum from one destination to other. But these huge vehicles, they are carrying a lot of people. Same way, Hinayana is the original Orthodox Buddhism. Mahayana is like a KSRTC. Or this is new version of Buddhism. Hinayana believes in individual salvation. It believes in individual salvation, and Mahayana believes in universal salvation. That is a basic difference. Okay, so this is individual salvation. You strictly follow Buddha's teachings, doctrines, Ashtanga Marga, everything, then only you will achieve salvation. But Mahayana is of the concept which is universal salvation. Then there are so many differences between Hinayana and Mahayana which we will cover in our exclusive sessions. Okay, so obviously sect you must have an idea. Then the next thing is, yes, Buddha. Why Buddha's teachings appealed to these people? or why he became a blockbuster in 6th century BC? Definitely, like he is a person who propagated a liberal religion. A liberal religion, or he given more importance to that code of conduct or maybe righteous way of living. Ethics, he preferred a simple religion, simple and inclusive religion. He was critical of these Vedic sacrifices, Vedic rituals, and Vedic literature also. He was a person who condemned this Varna system also. Okay, so he's a person and who used the symbol language, Pali language. He taught in the Pali language, symbol language. So people loved him like anything. He's a person who was giving a practical religion, practical solution for their day-to-day miseries, etc. So Buddha and his religion appealed to people, or his new version appealed to people. I mean Buddhism appealed to people. But at the same time, from UPSC point of view, historians are of the opinion that Buddha's stand was diplomatic also. For example, when it comes to Sangha, the admission of Sangha. Admission of Sangha, it says that admission to Sangha was open to all, but Buddha had some restrictions there. For example, Buddha said, the debtors take the permission from the creditors. For example, अब ऐसा सोचिए, कोई एक एक्सिस पर्सन, उन्होंने क्या किया है, कोई लोन लिया है, सोचिए, कोई स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया से लोन लिया है, तो कल उन्होंने लोन लिया था, and you see, he took a loan from an SBI bank, and the thing is like today he took admission in Sangha. और उन्होंने एक लेटर लिख रहा है, like SBI मैनेजर को लेटर लिख रहा है, उन्होंने बोल रहा है, my dearest SBI manager, I took admission in Sangha. So Sangha says that you should not have possession, you should not have tension over material worries, material physical objects, etc. So मैंने जो loan आपसे लिया है, I will not be returning your loan. Okay, now today I am a member of Sangha. I don't have belief in these physical possessions. I only have belief in this nirvana and the salvation. So what will be the reaction of that SBI manager? You imagine, okay? So Buddha was very diplomatic. Buddha said that, yes, the debtor has to take the permission from the creditor. Same way, for example, kisi women, she is supposed to, she is a wife and she is supposed to take admission in Sangha. Buddha says, take the permission from husband. कभी कोई बोल रही है, उन्होंने हस्बैंड को चिट्ठी लिख रहा है, उन्होंने बोल रहा है, देखिए, I took admission in Sangha, कल से लेकर आप खुद जो है खाना पीना, उसका जो है संविधान कर लीजिए. So Buddha was very diplomatic. The wife has to take the permission from the husband. The soldiers, they have to take permission from the ruler. If there is a debtor, he has to take permission from his master or moneylender. That way, diplomatically, he approached this admission of members into Sangha. But literally speaking, generally speaking, it was open for all. Okay. Now, these are most important things which you have to take care. Then finally, there is decline of Buddhism, and reason for the decline. See, I'm not discussing many other things, just a general picture I am giving you. The most important things from UPSC point of view I am giving you. And the reason for its decline, why this Buddhism declined, definitely, yes, the loss of royal patronage. Loss of royal patronage was a reason. Then obviously the Brahminical attacks. Then the corruption, etc. in the monasteries. Okay, so many reasons were there, and this emergence of Vaishnavism, Shaivism, they become blockbusters later because a savior god concept introduced to them. So many reasons were there because of that Buddhism gradually declined in India. It became popular outside India. Anyway, my message to all of you, dear aspirants, take care, Buddhism, Jainism, and many other things are also there. For example, the divisions of philosophy, its literature, its contributions to different art architecture, that I'm not discussing here. So we don't have time for that. We will discuss in our classes, okay? So what I said is, these elements are very, very important. What all the points I discussed now, if you revise the past 30 years questions, you can see that each of them were a question and the answers, okay? So definitely have a good revision. When you prepare Buddhism, Jainism, take care that you prepare it from UPSC point of view. You take care that you prepare this Buddhism, Jainism from यूपीएससी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके, कभी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपने जो भी मिल रहा है सब कुछ पढ़ रहा है एंड यू आर नॉट इन ए पोजीशन टू आंसर ए सिंगल क्वेश्चन. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. जब भी आप जो बुद्धिज्म, जैनिज्म या कुछ भी मॉड्यूल्स फ्रॉम एंशिएंट, मिडिवल, मॉडर्न, आप जो भी मॉड्यूल्स पढ़ रहा है, ऑलवेज टेक केयर दैट लाइक आपने यूपीएससी पैटर्न समझकर, यूपीएससी का प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस देकर उसी के अनुसार पढ़ रहा है, उसमें जो है आप ध्यान देना चाहिए. ओके, सो दिस थिंग इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. सो हैव ए गुड रिविजन and please subscribe our channel for getting more videos for your preparation, IAS, IPS preparation. Definitely please join our Telegram channel for this Sunday exclusive test, open test, and be updated with these potential topics, articles being shared in the Telegram channel. Okay, all the best to all of you. Thank you.